Hi there and welcome back to my channel. I'm in today here. One of my subscribers had said they would like to see my ideas book as I was going along, so here we go. We'll go for it for what it's worth. Right, I don't know if I showed you this page or no. No, I haven't showed you them. I finished the spiders. Okay, so that was the spiders. I just said remember your layers and other bits and pieces. The next one I have was these voodoo gingies. It's like the gingerbread men. It was a die I bought last year probably, or possibly the year before, from AliExpress. And it's all these different gingers, gingerbread men. But this is the same die, and a lot of times we get all these wee tiny dies and we don't bother with them and they're a faff and a nuisance. But you can change your die cuts in so many ways. So these two here are the same die. They're actually cut out the same card. This one was just coloured and shaded, and this one's got one of the hair bits added to it. And again, it's just to show you, totally different look, just with the accessories. And even if I had done it with this without any accessories, the colour's different and it makes it look different. So don't forget all these wee tiny, they're called worker dies and worker stamps for a reason, because they do make a difference. And I have to say, I'm quite guilty of not using them as well. Right, this is for skeletons. On this one, I say, remember not to, don't forget to mix your dies up. This bit here, this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different dies just on that one bit there. In short, the skeleton comes as a single die. There's 3 headstones come as a die. This comes as a separate die. And then there's 3 different bits of fence that were all bought separate and independent for each other. They don't go together. And that wee bat actually came from the Jack Skeleton die set. So that was just a bit of ink put in the background. Now I would probably use that there as a card. Put a background behind it. Use it as an easel card or something. But also this skeleton here, this skeleton's huge. I think it's about 12 inches high. It's really quite high. By the time the legs and the spines and the rib and the head and all sorts go into it. But deconstruct your dies, cut them up, use them as separate pieces and just make a pile of bones. It's quite authentic. You don't always need to use the die for the purpose it was intended. Please excuse my throat, it's still sore. Again, this is just a Jack Skeleton die. These wee dies did come with it. So it's just accessorising usually. I don't know how that's to do with Jack Skeleton, but anyway. That's just the wee worker dies that came with it. This here is 2 completely different dies as well. This was just a spider frame. And the lady skeleton head is a different die. I bought them independently. Let me see if I can get my hand on them here. I just moved all my dies out of the way. Here's this ginger die I was telling you about. See that? There you are. There's all the different dies. They weren't bought as sets, they were all bought as individuals. And here's the skull frames. This lady, the corpse bride, was bought completely different from the frame die. But you can put them together. Sometimes they fit and sometimes they don't. This one, her hair sticks out and there was a wee toty bit that goes behind the frame, but I wanted the spiders over the front on this occasion. So don't forget to mix them up. Don't forget you can cut into them as well. I'll show you that in this next one here. On the next page here, I've got a die cut. This die here is actually cut 3 times. I cut it in white, then in black, and then in the silver. and I kept the whole white one, and then in the black one I cut out obviously the skull face. Actually, I'm just looking there, I should have kept that bit on as a bit of his hat, but it doesn't matter, that's just my reference. So there's a bit of hat that goes on there, and I've cut it off. I should have left that on. But as I say, this is just my reference book, so it doesn't matter. Right. And on the next one, I've left, as I said, I cut the black one out. And on this one, I've cut out the bird, the whole inside of the head and the hat. Left that and that. And it's just the different layers. And you got all these wee extra bits. But I just remembered about them once I was half finished. So, again, don't forget to cut into your dies and layer them up. Okay. So this is the next one I'm going to go into. This is a Day of the Dead skull. And that's it just cut out, okay. It goes that way. Right, so it embosses into it. But that was it cut out. And rather than just putting it onto that, and see when you try and colour in, it's a nightmare, it's an absolute carry on. So in this one I put sticky on the back. This is just double-sided tape, but if you have that sticky page or sticky map, whatever you use, and then you take all your wee pieces out and you colour them or cut them in different colours, and you can paper piece them all back in, and that's what that's called, paper piecing. This one here, that was actually, I cut this and that all together, right? So I put it on the white card that I knew it would cut through. I knew it would cut through this white card, but I also knew that it wouldn't cut through the silver card as well. It almost has. I mean, I dare say if I really pushed them, they would come out, but I don't want them to come out. So, as you can see there, I've absolutely roughly coloured it. And it really is rough. It's not on the lines or anything, as you can see. But it doesn't matter, because when you place your piece over the top, all that mistakes and all those out of the lines all disappear. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to make a wee topper. As you can see there at the top of my page, I usually cut out loads of, and this is punches actually, they were in the die cuts. Different colours, different sizes, different shapes. I try and keep it fairly a narrow selection. You know, we've all got hundreds of these things. Well, some of us have got hundreds of them. Some of us have got more and whatever. Or scanning cuts that cut out these things in all these different sizes. So just cut out what you think you're going to use. I mean, there's even paper patties you can buy that are all different sized frames and things. And I think it was it Crate and Craft that used to do them? I've got a set somewhere. And they're mostly just black and white. Right, you see that? So that covers up a multitude of sins. Now I thought I would make a topper out of this. And as you can see here, all I've done is I've cut different sizes. These are all the same size, but they're all different colours. These are all the same, but different colours. You know, I've just cut a wee selection of things. These are 2-inch circles. And these are 1-inch circles. Or is it inch and... I think that's inch and 3/8 actually. So, it's just a matter of trying what you like. Now that's quite nice, as you can see. If you do that, that's actually quite nice. I never tried that. I don't have any red cut out in that, but I think I might quite like that. So let's see. You could do that like that, and there's a decent topper. That's a decent topper there. I was actually looking at, I was going to do, because this circle here is the same size as the head. Right, and then I was going to put it onto the red. That was what I thought. But again, that looks okay. Right, so you can make a load of them. That circle's too small. I don't have any of them in red. Maybe a wee one in white, just to break it up a bit. You know, you can do whatever you like. I actually quite like that there. So I think I'm going to go with this. That looks like a Mrs. Day of the Dead now, doesn't it? But I'm going to 3D foam that. It's another scorching day here today. Well, it's not scorching, but it's about 21 degrees, which is warmer than we've had all summer. It's been about 16 degrees for the whole summer. It's been rubbish this year. I'm going to put this, and I'm keeping it near the top half, because as you've seen, I'm going to put the die cut at the top half of this. Wet glue for always. It gives you a wee bit of wiggle room, but it gives you, it'll hold it forever. The tape tends to dry out. Right, so that's on there like that. And then I'm just going to, no, do I want to put it right in the middle? I could put it in the middle, or I could do what I've done. I think I like it that way better. Right, let me see if we've got red ribbon. There we go. Got two wee bits here that I haven't used. So let's see. And remember I said that the other day, use different fibres. To get your plates, all you do is just fold it over. But don't fold it directly on top of each other. Just move it to the side like a V. Okay. And then I'm going to sort that out so that it's not fraying. Oh, there you go, I just pulled it. I do usually have a lighter in here, but I just don't see it at the minute. So again, just fold it in half. This one here, I'll just fold it in half again as well. I need to move that over a wee bit because it's too much on top. Okay. I use a bit of this super strong tape. And that's my process. Somebody's dog's barking.